Hello, everyone. How is it going? I think we are live. Let me know if we are live. And let me know if you can hear me and see me. Welcome. Ahoy, ahoy, ahoy. First people are joining. Lovely, amazing. Ahoy, ahoy, všichni. Welcome to our new bedtime stories. Yes, we are here again, once again, as every Wednesday at the same time. We are reading a book in Czech, Povídání o pejskovi a kočičce. Marco is here. Ahoy, ahoy, ahoy. Hello, hello, guys. So nice to see you. Let me know if you can hear me and see me. If everything's fine, I'll be happy to know your feedback. Also, let me know, how are you today? How is everything? How are you doing? Dobrý večer. Hello, thank you so much for coming. Also, guys, for those of you who haven't been here yet, hello, ahoj všichni. For those of you who haven't been here yet, just so you know, I'm not very familiar with your nicknames here on YouTube, right? I usually know you by your pictures, by your names on Instagram, but it's really difficult for me to associate the names with the Instagram name. So I know Marco, but like, I don't know if you guys are here from Instagram or if you're here from YouTube. Where are you following me from? I'll be happy to know. And also you can share with us, why are you learning Czech? I'm really curious to know that. Anyways, for those of you who are here for the first time ever, on Wednesdays at 7:30 p.m. every Wednesday, I organize these live streams here where we read bedtime stories in Czech. So this is my first time here. I know about this from the email you sent out. Amazing. You found out about it from my newsletter. Thank you so much for letting me know. So here we are going to be reading a story, a Czech story, more like I will be reading it. The point of this lesson, let's say a lesson of this live stream, is not to understand everything that I'm saying. It's to listen to a native speaker speaking Czech. I think it's very important for you to be surrounded by the language, and especially at the end, I'm also going to explain everything, like translate everything that we talked about, so it will be easier for you. So I'm not asking you to understand everything. I'm just asking you to listen and try to relax during that. You can bring your food, you can bring your tea, your coffee, whatever you like, and just relax, enjoy. We will read another chapter of this story about cat and the dog. And at the end, I'm going to ask you some questions. I'm also going to summarize the entire text, so you will be able to understand everything that I was talking about. Girlies Terrify, here from Instagram, learning Czech because I fell in love with the language as I just wanted to learn a few phrases. I'm so excited to hear that. That's super, super nice. And thank you so much for coming. I hope that you will enjoy this little live stream. Lenka Opálecká, hi. Marek, ahoj. Míček, OK, ahoj, zdravím. Nevím, jestli pro tebe tenhle livestream bude moc přínosný, protože budeme číst Pejska a kočičku, ale pokud chceš číst s námi, určitě budu moc ráda, jenom nevím, jestli tě to bude úplně zajímat, protože je to hlavně pro cizince, kteří se učí česky. Ale uvidíme. Kdo ví, třeba jo. So let's get into it, guys. If you remember the last time, OK, bude. Dobře, tak jak chceš. Děkuju, že jsi tady s námi. Pejsek a kočička v angličtině zní zajímavě. Nebudeme ho číst bohužel v angličtině, budeme ho číst v češtině a já ho pak přeložím do angličtiny. Je to hlavně pro cizince, aby se naučili česky a aby poslouchali, jak zní čeština. Takže je to normálně knížka v češtině a já to budu číst česky a pak to přeložím do angličtiny. Okay, sorry guys, I was just explaining to our fellow Czech colleagues here that I'm going to be reading a story in Czech. So I don't know if this would be interesting for them since they already know the story. But let's get into it. Bydlím v Praze, potřebuji mluvit česky. I also need a Czech software keyboard. Okay, that's amazing. I hope that you're enjoying your life in Prague and thank you so much for coming today. So, if you guys remember, the last time we read a story about the cat and the dog and the author of this book. Who remembers the author of this book? Do you remember who wrote this book? Because the last time we actually read a story about the author of this book, and we read about what the children should not do to the animals. So to oh my god, yeah, remember, this was the story that we read the last time. And the story was about the author of this book. As you know, he is called Josef Čapek. Karel was his brother. Johan, ahoj, Daniela, sorry for being late. No worries at all. Thank you so much for coming. I really appreciate that. So, poor Josef and his abusive editor making demands. Exactly. That's exactly what we read about. Today's story is going to be called O pejskovi a kočičce, jak psali psaní děvčatům do Nymburka. AKA about a cat and a dog, how they wrote a letter to girls in Nymburk. Nymburk is a Czech city, kind of close to Prague. So we are going to read about how they wrote a letter. You might be asking, how does a cat and a dog write a letter? That's what we are going to find out today. So let's start reading. For those of you who have the book, we are on the page 51. Here is the first illustration of a dog and a cat in their do you see it? Cat and the dog in their little house. Why is it? Yes. No? Yes. Cat and the dog laying in their house because it's snowing a lot, so they are very cold and they are just chilling. Na chvíli si odskočím. Nevadí, jasně, v pohodě. So let's start reading. I think I'm going to do this the same way. I'm always going to read a little bit and then I will translate it to you so it's easier. I think your camera has astigmatism. Yeah, probably. Let's go. Jdeme na to. Bylo to zrovna tak někdy v lednu. Leželi pejsek s kočičkou, každý ve své postýlce a povídali si o zimě. Nějak se mě ani nechce z té teplé postele ven, povídá pejsek. Já mám zimu rád, zvlášť když je takhle dost sněhu, ale nesmí být ta zima tuze moc veliká. Já nevím, jestli se ti to také někdy stane, ale když mě vleze sníh mezi prsty a já ho mám potom plné tlapičky, to je tuze nepříjemné. To ti tak tuze zebe. To já znám, řekla kočička. To je tuze nepříjemné. Ale teďka mám nožičky tak pěkně zahřáté, horké. Div, že se mě z nich nekouří. Ono je v posteli tak pěkně, když je zima, že se mě ani vstávat nechce. So here, as I was saying, this is the first part of the book when the cat and the dog are laying in bed and they are talking like, oh my God, it's so cold outside. I don't even feel like leaving the bed. You know, and the dog is like, you know, I like winter, but it cannot be such a big winter, you know? Like, I mean, small winter is good, but if it's too cold, I don't like that. I don't like to have snow on my paws. It's really freezing. And the cat is like, yeah, I know. It's very, very uncomfortable to have snow on your paws. But right now, my paws are so warm under the blanket. They're almost steaming. I really like to be in bed when it's cold. I don't feel like getting up. So as you can see again, they are just chilling in their beds. And now the dog says, víš co, řekl pejsek, zůstaneme celý den v posteli a budeme si hrát v posteli. That was a weird sentence. Oh, that was so inappropriate. Okay, I will translate later. To nejde, povídala kočka. Nejsme přece nemocní, abychom byli celý den v posteli. A krom toho jsme dostali psaníčko od nymburských děvčat. A už jsme jim dávno měli odepsat. Ještě o nás řeknou, že jsme špatně vychovaní a že nevíme, co se sluší a patří. Alou, pěkně vstávat a napíšeme jim to psaní. Bez tak nemáme dnes co jiného na práci. So the dog is like, you know what, cat? You know what we should do? We should stay in bed all day long and play in bed together. That's what he said, literally. And the cat is like, no, we cannot do that. We are not sick to stay the entire day in the bed. Plus, we got a letter from the girls from Nimburg and we forgot to text them back. What will they think about us? They will think that we are so misbehaved. They will think that we don't know how to treat people. Let's go, let's get up and let's write them the letter. So now we continue. The dog says, tak dobře, řekl pejsek. Ať to děti vidí, že jsme dobře vychovaní. Napíšeme jim krásné psaní. Ale psát budeš ty, to víš. Já mám na to trochu těžkou ruku. Ale za to já ti budu zas říkat, co tam máš napsat. To se rozumí, že to budu psát já, chlubila se kočka. Když děti něco píšou a nejde jim to psaní pěkně, tak se jim vždycky říká, lépe by to kočka naškrábala. Z toho je vidět, že kočky umějí lépe psát než mnohé děti. Ajejej, tož jsem si ani nemyslel, že jsi tak šikovná, divil se pejsek. Ale ta nymburská děvčata, ta to pěkně napsala. Já myslím, že to bylo napsáno skoro tak pěkně jako od koček. Samá jednička, zvlášť ta jedna, teď už ani nevím, jak se jmenuje. Ta to napsala tak krásně, jako když tiskne. So now they are in the process of writing the letter to the girls from Nimburg. And they are writing an answer to their letter. And the dog is like, you know what, cat, maybe it's better if you write it because I don't know how to write properly. And the cat is like, of course, as I should. What were you thinking? Of course I will write it. Why would you write it? I write much better than you. And then they are just talking about how pretty the girls wrote the letter and that they want to be well behaved and they want to reply and they are going to write it nicely. So let's go to the next page, 53. Lenka says, I love it. Me too. Thank you for the feedback. Já to taky tak napíšu, jako když tiskne, řekla skromně kočka. Já totiž umím psát jen veliké písmo tiskací. To psané já nedovedu, to víš. Do školy jsem nechodila, tak kde pak jsem se to měla naučit? Ale co pak o napsání? Napsáno to bude pěkně. To já naškrábu tak krásně jako ta nejlepší kočka, jaká kdy na světě škrábala. Ale jen jestli v tom psaní nenapíšeme nějaké chyby. So now the cat says that she does not know how to write in cursive, so she's going to write everything in the capital letters, in the block letters, because she never went to school, so she does not obviously know how to write properly. She's just worried that they are going to make mistakes, like grammatical mistakes. And let's continue. To už nám ty děti musí odpustit, povídal pejsek. Však oni zase, když chtějí mňoukat nebo hafat, tak to také docela dobře nedovedou a nadělají v tom plno chyb. Now the dog is saying, well, I mean, the kids have to understand, right? I mean, we are not humans, we are cat and a dog, so obviously we don't know how to write. But if you think about it, the children also don't know how to properly meow and bark, right? So that's pretty much the same thing. The presentation is exclusive. It's a shame I'm Czech. I'm sorry about that. But at least you can listen to a bedtime story in your native language. I hope you're enjoying anyway. Ahoj, ahoj. To je pravda, řekla kočička. Když děti zkouší mňoukat, tak to nikdy nedělají docela dobře. Mňoukat se musí, panečku, krásně, jemně, tak tuze tence. A to se musí, milý brachu, tuze dobře vědět, kam se má v tom mňoukání dát měkké i a kam tvrdé. Jinak se to všechno poplete a nikdo by tomu mňoukání pořádně nerozuměl, co se tím vlastně chce říct. To máš zrovna tak jako s hafáním, povídá na to pejsek. Když děti chtějí udělat haf, povídá na to pejsek, když děti chtějí udělat haf, to ti přitom nadělají nějaký chyb. Správně hafnout, to není holenku jen tak. To ti to musí nejdřív prsou zarachotit. A pak to musí z tebe vyštěknout. Rychle a statečně. Jako když vystřelí. Musíš přitom krásně hodit hlavou a škubnout hřbetem a zadníma nohama. So right now, the dog and the cat are discussing how difficult it actually is to meow and to bark. The cat is like, I cannot imagine. It must be also very difficult to meow, like when the children try to meow, they make so many mistakes while doing that. Sometimes you don't even know what they want to say by that when you hear children meowing. And the dog is like, yeah, right. It's the same with barking. If children want to bark, they make so many mistakes. Like to master a proper barking, it's not just like that. You really have to bark really fast and really bravely, and you kind of have to move your head and also your back feet. That's what he said. Já se s tebou učím angličtinu, super, to ráda slyším. Okay, now we will find out what else do you have to do while meowing. To při mňoukání se zase musí krásně vykulit oči, hlavička dát drobet na stranu, trošičku přitom povstat a jemně se protáhnout. To by se děti tomu tuze dlouho museli ve škole učit, než by se správně naučili. A vidíš, my kočky to umíme hned sami od sebe. Už od narození. Ať to s nimi ve škole paní učitelka zkusí a budou vidět, jak je to těžké. Zkus to, odže to nedovedeš. So now the cat is like, yeah, see, the children have to put so much effort in that. That's so lame. Look at us. We know how to do it just like that since birth. You know what? I dare you to meow, dog. Try to meow. I bet you cannot do that. That's what the cat said. And the dog is like, co bych nedovedl? Kasal se pejsek. Koukej. Rrr, hňav, 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 hňav. I kdežpak. To není žádné mňoukání, smála se kočka. Tak ty zkus hafnout, řekl pes. Mňav, mňav, mňaňaňav, udělala kočka. Oje, co pak myslíš, vždyť ty mňoukáš. To vůbec není žádné pořádné hafání. Smál se kočce pes. So now basically the cat was like, I dare you to meow. I bet you cannot do that. And the dog is like, trying to meow. I'm not going to repeat those sounds. But he could not do it. He was basically just barking. And the cat is like, so lame. You don't know how to do that. You are just barking. And the dog is like, yeah, so you show me how to bark then. And the cat is like also trying to bark, but she's meowing basically. And the dog is like, what do you think about yourself? You are meowing. This is not barking. You are so lame. And the dog is laughing at her. Oh, cool. I found the book online and managed to figure out where you are right now. Meow. That's amazing. That's amazing. Yes, we are on the page 54. That's perfect that you found that. Amazing. Marco, this was the greatest back and forth ever. Okay, now we have a picture, but I will show you later on. Light bedtime stories are always evergreen. Okay, let's continue. Inu, každý, co umí, řekla kočka. Tak teď se raději dáme do toho psaní. A když tam budou chyby, tak je to jen od toho, že jsme se správnému psaní ve škole neučili. Však si to ty děti mohou opravit. Mohou si to naše psaní na tabuli napsat správně a bude to. Tak piš, řekl pejsek. Já ti budu předříkávat co? Kočička sedla a psala, co jí pejsek předříkával a napsala děvčatům z Nymburka toto psaní. So this is how the letter that the cat wrote. As you can see, yes, now you can see. As you can see, the text is crazy. I was trying to read it, but it was too difficult. But I will try to read how they wrote it. There are many mistakes. as you can see, this is how you write dog, pejsek, but they crossed it out and they wrote písek, písek. You know what písek means? Pejsek means a dog, písek means sand. So now they are like, yeah, so okay, let's write the letter, but you know, we will probably make a lot of mistakes, but it's okay. Like the children will probably be able to figure it out. So now the dog is telling the cat what she should write on the paper. I'm gonna try to read it because it does not make much sense when I say it. I will try to say how it should be written, okay? So first I'm gonna first I'm gonna pronounce it the way, first I'm gonna show you how they wrote it and then I will try to say properly. So, čtěné šleční v Nimbuce, děkujeme vám za vaše psaní a oznamujeme vám, že se do bremz zdraví vína trefujeme. Totéž doufámeju vás. V úctě k očička a pejsek. So as you can see, this was not written correctly. So I'm gonna try to figure out how it should be. I think it should be something like milé slečny v Nymburce. Děkujeme vám za vaše psaní a oznamujeme vám, že se při dobrém zdraví netrefujeme. Okay, I don't know what this part means. Totéž doufáme i u vás s úctou, I guess, s úctou kočička a pejsek. Yeah, even for me, like my brain just exploded, just so you know. So this is how the letter looks like. Čtěné šleční v Nimbuce. Děkujeme vám za vaše psaní a oznamujeme vám, že se při dobrém zdraví vína trefujeme. Totéž doufáme i u vás. V úctě kočička a písek. So as you can see, there are many mistakes. Johan says, cat's handwriting is better than mine. Love that, love that. We are at page 35 for anyone who follows that link. Thank you so much for sharing with us. Girly stir-fry, definitely crazy, but so cute. Učit se česky po tomhle dopisu to vzdám. Same. Já taky. So this is how they wrote a letter. Obviously it doesn't make much sense, but we have to consider the fact that they are cat and a dog. So obviously they don't know how to write a letter. But wait, because there will be a big plot twist, okay? So let's continue. Já nevím, povídala kočička, když se pejsek podepsal. Myslím, že se podepsal špatně. Psát se přece musí jemnou řečí. A tak se mně zdá, jako se nemá psát černý nebo zelený, štěkavej, že asi v jemné řeči nemá taky psát pejsek. To je možné, uznal pejsek. Tak já to škrtnu a napíšu to správněji. Jenomže teď nevím, mám-li to napsat s měkkým i, nebo s tvrdým i. Já píšu všechno ponejvíce s měkkým i, řekla kočka. Ono se mně měkké i zdá jemnější. Když myslíš, napíšu tedy měkké i, řekl pejsek a podepsal se písek. A teď to psaní doneseme na poštu. So, this is adorable, honestly. So they are looking at the paper, at the letter that they wrote, and the cat is like, I'm not sure, pejsek, I'm not sure, dog. I think we kind of messed up, you know, like, I mean, this is not how you should write it properly, right? I mean, because as I was telling you many times, guys, the adjectives in Czech, right? For example, all the masculine adjectives like černý, velký, hodný, dobrý, all of them end with E, right? With a Y, with Y. But when you hear Czech people speaking, what we usually do is that we change E for A. So instead of černý, it will be černej. Instead of dobrý, it will be dobrej. Instead of velký, it will be velkej. See, this is how we speak most of the times. And the cat is like, like we don't write černej, zelenej, štěkavej. So maybe you should not write basic. And she's like, when you change Y to A all the time, why should you write basic? Basic. It means a dog. And the dog is like, yeah, you're right. Maybe that's grammatically incorrect. I should change it to E. And now they are like thinking like, but should I write I or Y? Now I'm not sure. And the cat is like, you know what? I write I everywhere. It feels so much more soft. So she clearly doesn't care about the grammar. She just writes I everywhere. And then the dog ends up signing himself not basic, but písek. And as I was saying, basic means dog, but písek means sand. So they were so trying to focus on not making any mistake that Basic ended up renaming himself to Sand. Sharon, you made it. No worries. Hello, welcome. You can get lost either shut your mouth. What do you mean, Johan? Wait, what's happening? Jdu do sprchy, tak za chvilku přijdu. Není problém, nic se neděje. So now they finished writing and let's move to the post office. Musíme se ale pořádně ustrojit, povídala kočička. Venku je náramná zima. Co se strojili, brali si na sebe svetry, zimní kabáty, vlňáky, kamaše a sněhovky. Začal pejsek počichávat a povídá kočičce. Tak tu krásně voní syreček, jak ho máme tamhle na polici schovaný. Já bych ti měl na něj takovou ukrutnou chuť. Jen ho nech, řekla kočička. Vrátíme se z pošty jistě hladoví a když by zaslupnul teď, neměli bychom pak nic. Ale když on tak voní a já mám na něj takovou ukrutánskou chuť. Nic, rozkázala kočka, až se vrátíme z pošty. Pejsek se ještě jednou zamilovaně ohlédl po syrečku, zavřeli za sebou dveře a šli na poštu. Tehdy se zrovna náramně chumelilo, jak už to tak letos v té zimě bylo. Sněhu habaděj pro lyžaře i pro sáňkaře, i těch klouzaček bylo letos dost. So what's happening now is that now they are about to leave to the post office to send the letter to the girls from Nymburk, but the dog feels like eating a cheese and he's like, before we leave, can we have a little bit of that cheese? And the cat is like, no, we cannot eat, only after we come from the post office. And the dog is like, but it smells so good, I wish I could eat that. And the cat is like, no way, you will eat only afterwards, you know yourself. So then they just leave and they go to the post office. This is how they look like in all the layers of clothes because it's super cold, it's snowing a lot. As you can see, they have the letter in their hands. Look how cute they are. They have so many layers. Oh, so cute. Let's continue. We are almost at the end. Tak se sypal, jako když se pytel s moukou roztrhne. Pejskovi a kočičce se to docela líbilo a spokojeně ťapali s tím psaním na poštu. Donesli psaní na poštu, kočička dala pejskovi olíznout známku, přilepili ji a připlácli pacičkami a dali do schránky. Je prý teď tolik sněhu, takové závěje všude, že ani vlaky nemohou pořádně jezdit. Řekla kočička. Ale doufám, že do Velikonoc budou nymburská děvčata to psaníčko mít. So right now, they went to the post office, they put, the dog licked the stamp and he put it on the letter so they can send it properly. And they put it to the mailbox. And the cat is like, yeah, it's snowing so much. There's so much snow. I hope that the girls from Nymburk will get the letter by Easter. Ahoj, Martine, ahoj. Vítej. Let's continue. Tak se zase vydali na cestu domů. Chumelilo se, jako kdyby peří z 1000 peřin sypal. To se krásně chumelí, liboval si pejsek. Ani cestu už není vidět pod tím sněhem. Šli. Pořád se chumelilo, až jim to zachumelilo celý domeček. Ani komín vidět nebylo. Došli a hledali domeček. A domeček nikde. Všude jen sníh. Tlusto sněhu. Sníh a samý sníh. Jemine, kde pak je náš domeček? Lekla se kočka. Vždyť my ho teď nenajdem. Opravdu, domeček nebyl nikde k nalezení. Všude jen sníh a sníh. Tak vysoký, že pod ním žádný domeček vidět nebylo. What a plot twist. Did you hear what just happened? So, these two guys, they just went for a hot girl walk to the post office to send a letter to the girls from Nymburk, and they come back and their house is not there. Can you believe that? That's crazy. There was so much snow that they couldn't see the house. There was no road, no house. The house was not there. They didn't know where it was. It was completely covered by snow. Crazy, imagine. I wouldn't like to be in their situation. Domeček je pryč. Naříkala kočička. Kam my teď půjdeme? Co si počneme, když nemáme náš domeček? By the way, this is how it looks like, okay? This is how it looks like. They cannot see their house. Poor guys. They just went on a walk and now they have no house. Pejsek kouká na všechny strany. Nikde nic. Všude jen samý sníh. Už je to tak, vydoval. Domeček máme zachumelený a nikdo teď nepozná, kde je. Kam my se teď uchýlíme? Kam my půjdeme spát? Vždyť my venku zmrzneme. Abychom šli do Nymburka, že by se nás nymburská děvčata ujala. Že by se o nás nymburské školečky postarali a dali nám nějaký nocleh? Co si počneme? Domeček pryč a do Nymburka je tak daleko. Ach. Když já ten náš domeček nikde nevidím. So now they are just complaining. They are like, oh my God, where is our house? We cannot see that. Where is it? Maybe we should walk to Nymburk to see the girls from Nymburk. Maybe they will be able to accommodate us in their house. But what are we going to do? There's no house and it's so far to walk to Nymburk. Oh my God, what are we going to do? You know that how much I appreciate your videos. Thank you. No, I can imagine this in real life situation, right? Me too. Bohužel. That's terrible. I can't believe my ears. Exactly, Marku. Nymburk is so far, right? Let's see how it's gonna end. Now let's listen. Počkej, řekl pejsek. Já ho také nikde v tom sněhu nevidím. Ale tak mně se zdá, že něco cítím. Jako kdybych trošičku cítil vonět ten syreček, což jsem měl na něj takovou velikou chuť. To bude ono, radovala se kočička. Jen čichej. Kde bude syreček, tam bude domeček. Pejsek čichal, šel pořád za tou vůní a tam, kde ucítil tu vůni nejsilněji, začal ve vysokém sněhu hrabat, až se dohrabal střechy. Sláva, zvolal, už jsme doma. Kde je domeček, tam je také syreček. A už se hnal do dveří, dovnitř a po syrečku. Vidíš, měla jsem pravdu, když jsem říkala, abys nechal ten syreček, že se nám hodí. Až se vrátíme z pošty domů. Vidíš, ten syreček zachránil život. Pěkně se spolu rozdělili. Pejsek měl větší kousek, kočička menší. Psaní bylo napsáno a na poště odevzdáno. Z města vedla špatná cesta, sníh s nimi neměl cit, zasypal jim celý byt. Našli však svůj domeček, v tom domečku syreček snědli, vesele si přitom vedli, Hráli si na honěnou a na schovávanou a na vojáky a taky volali ratatata, ratatata, ať žijou nymburská děvčata. Badum. So, who's gonna tell me how did the story end? What is that? How did the story end? Does anyone know what was the end of the story? Marek, can you explain what syreček means? Definitely. Syreček is a type of cheese, as you can guess. Syreček is this special type of cheese that we have here in the Czech Republic, actually. You can know it as, it's a type of cheese. It's a very smelly cheese. That's it. It's just a type of cheese that is very smelly. But it's like round shape and like it has a smelly surface. It's like a very specific type of cheese. Very smelly, but this is the cheese. So, as you can guess, the cheese is very smelly. So, can anyone tell me how did the story end? Do you guys know? Do you have any idea? I'm gonna, of course, translate it for you, but if anyone knows, you can write it down. I'm curious if you understood what was it about. Not sure, but where there will be cheese, there will be home. I think that's what they said. Exactly. There where the cheese is, there is home. So, as you remember, the dog wanted to eat the cheese before leaving to the post office, and the cat was like, no, you will not eat that. We will be hungry afterwards, and we will eat it after we come from the post office. But when they came from the post office, there was no house. Their house was gone. They didn't have it because it was full of snow, and therefore they didn't know where it was. Until, as Mr. I will not read that, sorry. Until the last comment said, where there will be cheese, there will be home. Man, bear, pig. Okay, man, bear, pig. Okay, man, bear, pig. Okay, as man, bear, pig said, exactly. So they couldn't see the house, but because the dog has a very strong sense of smell, he could smell the cheese. And as I said, as Marek was asking me, what is syreček? Syreček is this typical type of cheese that is known to be very smelly. So the dog, what he did was that I haven't seen South Park actually. But what the dog did is that he smelled the cheese and he started sniffing like that, and suddenly he was like, oh yeah, that's where my cheese is. That means that the house is there. And somehow he digged and he ended up in the house. So they found out where the house was. Then they came home and they both shared the cheese. The dog got a bigger piece and the dog got a bigger cheese and the cat got a smaller piece of cheese. They shared it together and they had a great time. They wrote a letter to the girls and they were playing together and they were singing as well. Dobrý večer, Damian here. Totally missed the start of the stream. No worries. I'm sorry to hear that you couldn't make it from the beginning, but no worries at all. There will be also it will be saved on my YouTube channel, so you'll be able to rewatch it. But thank you for coming anyway. No worries at all. Marek, yes, that was a little hint. True. Thank you for that. So guys, how did you feel about that? How did you feel about this story? Did you like it? How is it for you? Did you understand what I was saying? Was it better? Was it worse? Should I read faster? Should I read slower? Give me some feedback. Let me know about this. And let me see. My favorite part of the story was the cat and the dog deciding if it's written with in an I or Y. Yeah, it's really funny. They're funny. They are super funny. I like them. I think all of these stories are super funny, especially when you read them as an adult. You see the real meaning of it. Like, I mean, as a child, you don't really realize that. Like, I mean, when I was a child, I totally didn't think there was anything wrong about wiping the floor with a cat or with a dog. For me, it was just like, yeah, that's cute. That's what normal people do, right? But I like it. I like it. I'm glad that you liked it too. I feel like I like this story way more than I should. Yeah, same, same. I was talking about this here multiple times already, but I know that you are here for the first time. Man, bear, pig. I was talking about this because this book, I grew up with this book, you know, and my parents too, and also my grandparents. This book is almost 100 years old, and I still feel that it's very relevant until today. I really enjoy reading that with you guys, and I'm happy that you guys came here and you could read with me a little bit. And thank you for finding the PDF as well. That's definitely also helps to follow the text as I read it. That's really great. I aspire to have the dumb confidence of these two. Oh my God, guys, I really cannot wait for you to read the story when they are going to bake a cake, because that's my all-time favorite. Like, the confidence, I really want to have it too. Like, that's gonna be so funny. Like, you're gonna die. It's so funny. Yes, it's gonna be, wait, not the next one, but the one after next time. There will be a story about cat and a dog baking a cake, and I swear that's the funniest thing ever, for real. Johan, it also gave me hope that you can always get path when you see that all paths have closed. See, always half full cup. I love that. I love that approach. Thank you for that. Marek, this presentation convinced me that I should work on my Czech. Aw, I love that. But wait, aren't you Czech? I thought that you were Czech for some reason. But that's amazing. I'm happy to hear that. That's perfect. Marco, I relate to these two on a spiritual level, like my infamous cooking ideas. Oh yes, 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 yes. I think that Marco, this story will be for you. It's gonna be so funny, hilarious. Není problém. Thank you, thank you. Girly Stir Fry. I like the story and understand a bit without translation, but not much. Tak děkuji. No worries, no problem. I'm happy that you at least understood a little bit. As I said, the point is not to understand everything. That would be too difficult. But I'm glad that you at least listened to the language, because I think it's super, super important. And if you guys want to learn Czech, this is a perfect book to buy. I was also mentioning it here before, but I bought it in Levné knihy. It costs like 99 crowns or something like that. It was pretty cheap. It's like 4 euros. So go and get it, or you can also find it online for sure. And I think this is a perfect way how to be in touch with the language and stay focused, because the vocabulary is pretty easy, I would say. Pejsek, kočička, and so on. Koláč. Ano, jsem Moravák právě proto. OK, teď to chápu. Jak ses ocitnul na tomhle livestreamu vůbec? That's funny. Budu koupit. Perfect. Koupím si. You can say. I will buy it. Koupím si. I will buy this book. I will write it. Koupím si ji. I will buy it. The book. Feminine. Yes. Děkuji mnohokrát. Není zač. Thank you so much for coming. I hope that you enjoyed it. Perfect. Koupím si. Viděl jsem nějaký short a zaujalo mě to. To jsem ráda. I'm happy to hear that. Thank you so much for coming. Jsem ráda, že jsi přišel. I když to je v češtině, jsem ráda, že ses něčemu přiučil a že jsi slyšel nějakou pohádku z našeho dětství. It was nice. Thank you so much for coming. This was cool. Děkuju. You are welcome, guys. I do this every Wednesday at the same time, 7:30 here on my YouTube channel. You will be able to read bedtime stories in Czech with me. So if you'd like to know what we are going to read about the next time, it's going to be a story about a pajama. Okay, I don't know what's that going to be about, but as you can see, some pictures. The dog seems to be sad. I think he's crying. Oh my God, here. Aw, they're such cuties, right? Oh, okay. These are some spoilers for the next time. Or not spoilers, sneak peeks, if you want to call it like that. Wow, now I'm very curious what we are going to read about the next time. What is that? That's cool. That's cool. Okay, I hope you guys are excited. This is what we are going to read about the next time. Máš více kanálů? Ano, mám. Tohle je jenom takový menší kanál, ale hlavně jsem aktivní na Instagramu. That's true. I can share my Instagram with you because Marek is asking here if I have more channels. Yes, I do actually. This is one of many. I'm on Instagram as Check It Out with Dani, where I teach Czech online every day, basically. So if you want to know more Czech and you want to be surrounded by the language on a daily basis, go and check my Instagram and follow me there because I think it's a perfect tool how to learn the language. It was fun as always. Gotta go. I have an exam tomorrow. Díky, Dani. You are welcome and good luck with the exam tomorrow. Fingers crossed. Hodně štěstí. Good luck. Budu tady příští týden. Super. Budu se těšit. Tak to je set, já nemám Instagram. Můžeš mě najít taky na TikToku nebo na Facebooku pod tady s tím stejným jménem. Check it out with Dani. Anyways, guys, thank you so much for coming. I really enjoyed hanging out with you as always. And let's hang out again next week with the next chapter. If you guys have any kind of questions, feel free to ask. And yeah, don't forget to also subscribe to my newsletter, weekly newsletter, where you will get weekly tips on Czech. I'm also going to write it here. So if you are not registered to my newsletter, also do that because I think it's super helpful because there you will find a lot of tips on Czech. And right now I'm focusing on Prague neighborhoods, what to do there, what to see there, where to go, and so on. So yeah, let's go. Thank you so much, guys, for coming. Eagerly waiting for next Wednesday. Bless you, Daniela. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. Děkuji moc, Dani. You are welcome. Není zač. Thank you so much for coming. I really enjoyed that. Guys, thank you so much. That will be it for tonight. I hope you enjoyed the bedtime stories. And if you have any kind of questions, you know where to find me. Thank you so much for coming. Have a great night. Bye.